Start recording. All right, here's the first official episode of the fucking Hotbox podcast. Oh, somebody just left. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know everybody's here. All right, cool. So here's the first episode of the Hotbox podcast. I'm your host. Here's all my buddies. Fucking Dummy Moss, Scotty Too Hottie, Puffin Panda, and Insidious. We're still waiting on one more guy. He might join in later. Here's the basic rules. No hate speech, but you can talk all the shit you want. If you don't like what you hear, leave. It's very simplistic. We're all adults. This is all right. No topics are off limits. This is not a rated E podcast for everyone. So if your kids tune in, well, I'm sorry. There's nothing else I can do about that.
You've been warned.
You have been warned. And there is a satanic midget in here, so he has issues, but we love him. All right, guys, what have y'all been up to?
Trying to find a job while I'm trying to find a job. It's a real fun time.
I mean, OnlyFans apparently is going off pretty fucking well.
So, I mean, I don't think there's a thing on OnlyFans for micro penis. That's where I really shine, I believe. I mean, it's on just about everything else, but OnlyFans, I don't know.
I'm pretty. You know what? I'll look something up for you real quick. I'll check for micro penis on OnlyFans.
Yeah, do they have a small dick category?
Let me find out. Let's see.
Like,
Dude,
I can't do the helicopter, but I can do the tail rotor. I can do a show.
if you
Just
find medicine for micro penis, let me know. I'm hurting.
I might have a needle dick, but my wife says I fuck like a sewing machine. So I mean, it worked well for me.
Is that good or
The other night
bad?
we tried
Yeah.
a position called the double cross stitch, and I really think it did well for both of us.
It's fucking like
It's a
a
specimen.
sewing machine, good or bad? I don't know.
Yeah, that's OnlyFans micro. I've definitely spelled micro wrong.
Only
Penis.
plan to fuck.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna sew them guts up.
Sew them guts up.
Yeah, after you get
So, I didn't find anything for OnlyFans micro penis, but the New York Post, husband takes wife's nude OnlyFans videos and photos, so that didn't help. Oh, sex with a micro penis can be what's this? Mind-bendingly good experience.
really.
Hey, man. I'm gonna move it over to the actual.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I was about to say, let me see
Yeah.
this in the actual.
Sex with a micropenis can be mind-bendingly good experience. Some say the size matters, but maybe that's a load of rubbish after all. And I'm not going into this post because I don't need my wife to hop on this computer later and realize I've been lying about my size. So we're just gonna back out of
Yeah,
that.
well, I mean, like, you know what they say, like, it's 2 inches of dick at 100 miles an hour is a whole lot of dick. So it really is about the motion of the ocean.
Yeah, and a 2 ounce weight to the fucking chest feels like you're getting shot by a rubber bullet.
You're like, I've been shot by a rubber bullet.
That shit sucks. My buddy was drunk. This is back when I lived in Texas, and he's like, "Bro, check this out." His dad's border patrol, and I was like, "Dude, why do you got your fucking dad's gun?" He's like, "Nah, man, it's cool, and I was like, "All right, whatever." I didn't want to try to run because I'm pretty sure he was fucking high. And long story short, yeah, he shot me in the thigh with a rubber bullet,
Damn.
and I cried and I screamed like a little bitch.
Have any of the other military guys in here been a part of a flashbang? Like, has any of the other military guys flashbanged your buddy when he's in the porta shitter?
No. I've been maced. They tied a mace can and they chucked in the porta shitter once on me.
Damn.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I didn't wipe and I ran out. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that.
I'm in a gunfight. Oh, I'm about to kill these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah, that's always fun when you're just trying to take a shit and someone's like, "Hey, here's a flashbang." Haha.
I mean, it's even worse when it's like it's humid and it's hot, and you're just like, God, this is horrible. And like you're trying to wipe, but the toilet paper is one ply.
Yeah.
Like the military can spend like millions on a single missile, but they can't splurge for two ply.
Okay, so here's the thing that confused me about the military, right? Is like they use skillcraft, right? For like almost everything. I mean, the pens are skillcraft, the air freshener is skillcraft, everything's skillcraft. And the glass cleaner was skillcraft. And it would say streak free. Like, but they're blind. How do they know? You know? It just always confused me. We would get skillcraft Windex and it would say streak free.
I have no honest to God clue. Panda, where is Virgo? Normally he hops into these shits randomly.
No, I don't know. I think he's probably at work.
That's you know what? We told him to stop with his OnlyFans or stripping or whatever he's doing.
Yeah, right. He's working that night shift.
Yeah, freaking Blitz finally got off his night shift. He was slinging that chorizo
Real.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching someone solo with two dudes on frickin' Chivalry in 3v3s.
Dude, I feel like you're obsessed with chivalry because, like, if there was like if you ever had the chance, you would dress up in armor and you would swing around like a little metal axe.
Hey,
You'd be a fucking hobbit, pretty much, or no, a dwarf. There we go.
I believe that's what every man wants to do instinctually, but
I was about to say
Yeah.
that.
You know,
like that sounds good to me, dude.
I remember
Like, what are you hating on? Like I would love to go back to sword fighting. That shit would be
dude,
dope.
you know that's an actual thing, right? Like, well, they have amp guard with like foam swords that actually freaking hurt. I used to play that as a kid. And
No, I would just like to get robbed and instead of a gun, have a sword on me. I think that would be funny as shit.
Yeah, because if you fight someone and actually win from the sword, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah. How
Well,
awesome would it be? Do you guys think it should be legal to duel still? Do you guys think, like, shouldn't it be legal to, like, call someone out and say, hey, we're going fucking pistols at high noon?
yes,
Yeah. Like, that would make things a little bit better around here, don't you think? Like, if someone just was like, yeah, you know what? No, you're pissing me off. That's it. You want to go pistols at noon for this? Like, your manager is just like, no, you're not getting
Your
promoted.
man-
And you're like, dude, pistols at noon.
hold up, your manager. I don't know.
Yeah, like just go up to your manager at work and be like, dude, I think I could do your job better than you. And like, if the company said, yeah, you know what, we think you do it too, we'll sign off on a pistols at noon situation. You guys can meet like in the street.
All that sounds like is like I kept telling people in the Marine Corps, hey, if you find somebody who has a higher belt than you, if you fuck them up, you get to take their belt and wear it. It was a bold-faced lie, but it was funny to watch people try to challenge black belts.
I can do you one better. One time I got my platoon sergeant to agree to promote me on the spot if I could tackle one of the Delta Force operators that was in our hangar getting ready to do a mission.
How'd that go for you?
I got my shit laid out in a hangar. I got my shit fucking laid out, dude. The dude's massive. He's got a beard, some jeans, and I'm pretty sure his shirts had a unicorn on it that said magical as fuck. And like, I came up to hit him from behind, and he just heard me coming and just turned around and laid me out right there
That's
in the hangar. And I was like, yeah, I got my, yeah, but I told my platoon sergeant, I was just like, I will go attempt attacking one of those dudes. If I can get one on the ground in a pin, you will promote me on the spot. Like, I've had my promotable status for like 18 months, dude. This is how desperate I'm getting to get promoted. He said, if you can do that, I will promote you on the spot. He got the commander there and everything. I was like, all right, here I go. And then I got my ass handed to me. But I still did it.
My question is that even a thing? Like, can you get promoted on the spot like that?
I mean, I wasn't sure, but it was special operations. They bend the rules for shit all the time. So I was like, hey, worth a shot.
Fair enough. I just didn't know that was a thing. Ugh.
Yeah, you can do. I know you can do like battlefield promotion and stuff like that. The whole point was like I had my promotable status. I had it for a while. I've been waiting on promotion, and because I was really good as a mechanic, Like they're like, no, we don't want you to obviously like promote and leave and go to somewhere else. We want to keep you here. I was better as a wrench turner than I was anything else.
That sounds about right. Sounds like what they tried to do to Bobby. Or no, Bobby, what happened with your promotion again? They lost your promotion warrant?
No, they threw away my expert rifle score and wouldn't put in my green belt mathematics.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember that. You tried to fight for it, but Mass Art wouldn't do shit for you, so.
Yeah, I showed up to the school so I could get promoted, and my command team was supposed to be there. Like I think it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, some stupid time for in processing, and they didn't show up till like 7:30. They showed up super late, and they accidentally forgot my packet.
Oh yeah, dude. Checkings and mail stuff gets lost all the time. You got to understand these kind of things.
Yeah, no, they said that they were just super swamped and they couldn't get over there in time. I'm like, really? You were swamped at 5:30 in the morning on a Thursday? Like, you don't even come into the office until 9:20. I know you don't come into the office until 9:20. I know this because I'm usually at the office at 5:30 getting shit done.
Dude, the military is a fun place. Not the best place, but a fun place.
Fun place is
Yeah.
a word for it.
Yeah.
The most fun I never wanted to have.
So I took
Mm.
one of my coworkers fishing
The
on
best
bait.
fun you never wanted to have.
Pretty much.
Yeah, the most fun I never wanted to have.
Okay, so
Were you active? I'm sorry.
oh, you're good,
Yeah,
man.
I was active for 7 years. I was actually laughing. What was it? My wife bought a Rip It earlier. And I was like, wow, warm ripper for when you want to capture the feeling of having sand all up in your ass and seeing that your wife spent $51 at CVS in the smoke pit. Like, a warm rip it.
The gut truck was your only salvation.
Jesus,
Did you guys
overseas
do
we
any
never-
deployments?
Yeah, I didn't do official deployments. I did rotations. So I did like a rotation to Egypt, and then I had to rotate and spend some time in Germany, and then I went to Israel for a minute, and I mean, it was fun. I also did a 1 year thing in Korea. That was a nightmare.
I kind of heard it sucks in Korea by people
Yeah.
from many Marines.
Yeah, I was over there in the army, permanent party, so I wasn't part of like the rotations that come in and out of there. I was actually like sent there. I moved there for a year, and it was awful. Yeah, there was curfew, and they treated you like a child. They would make you work like 6 days a week, and then they would wonder why there were so many alcohol and drug problems. I'm like, dude, you like you make us sign in and out of the barracks. What do you think is gonna happen? Oh, it was real bad too.
Yeah.
It was so a lot of people would go over there. People who were married wouldn't go over there with their spouse. They would have to leave their spouse back in the States, and they'd be in Korea alone for a year. And it got really bad. I think the second floor of my barracks, we called it the maternity ward. It was all females, and like half of them were pregnant. And a lot of those people had husbands back in the US, and they got pregnant from a dude over that they were with over in Korea.
Fuck.
Yeah, that shit happens all the time.
Now, were they Korean people? So like that lets us know size doesn't matter, or
No, it was like American soldiers, like American soldier army females were going over there with like a husband and stuff back in the States, and they would get pregnant from like a dude that was in their company over in Korea. So the husband's back in the States with the kids and everything, and then his wife just got knocked up
nice.
overseas. Yeah.
Would you touch eyeballs with somebody for $100?
Jesus, man, I've done worse for less. Yes, I would touch eyeballs to some. Well, as long as they don't got pink eye or nothing.
You don't know. You don't know. You both have to hold your your fucking eyes back, and then you push your eyeballs slightly out, and then you have to touch eyeballs.
I know, but am I gonna see this person, or is it just like I don't know? You know, they
Is
just
it Joe
show up.
Schmo in the street, or is it someone I know?
Yeah, like, am I
Nope,
picking
you-
like
nope,
Is it
we're
like
gonna
you or my wife, or is it like
Nope.
some dude off the street in New
We're just-
Jersey?
We're gonna go to the barracks. We're gonna go to the barracks. We're gonna find the most
No,
miserable fucking
No.
like piss
you're
smelling.
barracks.
We're gonna find the most miserable piss smelling fucking Marine or sailor we can find and be like, hey kid, I'll give you $100 and a 30 rack if you touch eyeballs with this guy, and I'll bet you they'll
Yeah.
say yes.
Yeah, no, they 100% would. It's because first of all, you step into their room. I already know this kind of person you're talking to. You step in their room and it's like anime posters on the inside, and the whole room just reeks of BO and undiagnosed autism. That guy,
And
like, that
they
guy
got a
will do
Mustang with
anything for-
16% interest.
Oh, 16 is putting it light, dude. I saw 28% interest regularly on
Jesus.
Clarksville. Yeah, Clarksville, Tennessee, and it was at a buy here, pay here lot. And there was one dude who did what was it, 18.5% interest on like an old
That's-
beat up police interceptor
Wow.
for $8,000. The thing had like over 100,000 miles. He paid $8,000.
Oh my god.
That's beautiful. So, I took my buddy fishing yesterday. One of my guys I work with, he wanted to try on-base fishing. No, it was nice. It was really nice. The downside was there was two old crusty veterans there. I got along with them, but he hadn't served. He's 18. He worked part-time at the shop that I work at, and he was helping me clean out my storage unit. And I paid him. I offered to give him $300, but he's like, "Nah. How about you give me all your old tools you don't want?" And I was like, "Here you go. Yeah, sure, works with me. Here's some old tools." And then I took him fishing. And the entire time, these guys,
yeah.
well, dude, he definitely made out with more than $300 worth of free shit. But these two old Marines is like a retired staff sergeant from over 20 years ago, and some retired sailor are just shitting on the. He's not shitting on him, but they're like, "So, why don't you want to join the Marine Corps? You're a pussy?" And he's like, "I'm not a pussy. I just
He's
see."
smart.
He's like, "I see the crap you
Yeah,
guys go
value my
through."
mental health.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, no, what
I
he's
don't
I
want
almost
to end
went-
up
I almost went
homeless
into
with
the
a
Marine
gun
Corps.
in
I
my
know you hear
mouth
that a
2
lot.
years after my ETS date. Like, that's pretty much what he doesn't want.
I feel personally offended. I haven't done that yet. The keyword is yet.
There's time for you yet.
No, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. No, but
One thing I know about good at the military, if you ever think about joining another branch, you don't have to go to their basic training. That's the cool thing.
pretty much,
I just honestly, I don't ever want to work for the U.S. government ever again. I really don't.
Hold up. You know what I would do?
What if you have a big dick slinger commander in chief who's like wants to fuck shit up?
I still wouldn't do it. I honestly, like, I just, after being in the Army and, like, just being in a couple different units, I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I just really don't.
Look, you're
Or
always.
were you in the Army or Marine Corps?
I was in the Army.
Yep. Insidious and I were in the Marine Corps.
When was your basic training in the Army?
2014.
Did they have the stress cards then?
No. No, they did not.
No, they had the
In fact, they
had
didn't
the
even
bitch
have
slap
gear. You know, I got smoked for like just a straight 16 hours. What they did is they made us put on all our IBAs, and like they just held everyone in the company out there, and they're just like, all right, you all have 2 minutes to go to your bunks and get like one sock. And they blow a whistle, and of course we're not gonna do it in time. So everyone comes out with their one sock, and we're all exhausted, and they smoke the dog shit out of us. And they'd be like, all right, you all have 2 minutes again to get the next sock. And they made us do that for our entire fucking, like, everything. Everything we had in all our lockers, all our foot lockers. It was literally all day.
So
And when I
you're
tell
probably at
you I
the
went to
very end of like what basic training was like for like soldiers who went to like Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah, and not only that, then I went through special operation assessment for Army Aviation, which is called a group called Green Platoon.
I wouldn't trust your
And-
ass to fucking ride a bicycle. The fuck?
was just, but like
Fuck no.
Green Platoon, man. Green Platoon, like they just absolutely beat the crap out of you. Like all day, every day. I think we started with 120 people and we graduated with 64.
That's a good number.
Yeah, like it was rough, man. And I mean, every time it's hard going through stuff like that. And then I hear from like the Air Force, their top level, I think it's Air Commando School or something like that. Like their top where they get tabbed and shit. Their school on day one. Guess what they do on day one of this super secret special Air Commando School in the Air Force?
No clue.
What?
They learn how to PMCS a Humvee.
Go fuck yourself.
Not even shitting you. I'm not fucking shitting you.
What's that?
Day one of the super secret, Air Commando School, day one. They take them all out and show them how to PMCS a Humvee. Literally what the Army and Marines call Motor Pool Monday, which
Okay.
drives us to madness. This is what they do on their, super training. I'm like, dude, no.
Whoa,
All right.
whoa! Don't be throwing us under in the shade, like under the bus. Okay, first off, we call it maintenance stand down, and then you just get fucked in the ass with non-stop maintenance the entire fucking day.
So you want to know what my E4
That's
sham
what
tactic
Marines
was?
call a field day. Right?
Yeah. I found the ultimate sham tactic when I was in the Army. I was in 101st in the maintenance company, in the aviation maintenance company, and every Monday we had to PMCS our vehicles. But there was one Humvee that, it was still on our books for some reason, but it was just a shell. Like, it didn't have any wheels on it, didn't have an engine in it, it didn't have, a battery, it had nothing. And for some reason, it was still on the books. And I would just take that one every single Monday. I knew the name for it, and I would just walk out. I'm like, yeah, this is my Humvee. I go PMCS this, and I would just automatically write it off because it had
Now,
nothing in it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would just write it off because there was
Okay.
no engine, there was nothing on the thing, and I would just go smoke somewhere in a backfield for 2 hours.
So someone who's never been in the military, what is PMCS?
That's your
Preventative
just
maintenance.
inspection. Preventative maintenance checks and
checklist.
inspections.
Because I know the military to the point where they just love abbreviating everything.
Yes.
So I just don't know what that means.
Yeah, so PMCS, what it is like a checklist that has, 80 some things on it. It's like, all right, check the left turn signal, check the right turn signal, check the brakes, make sure the brakes are on, check the horn, check the windshield wipers. And that's
Do
just
your
all it is.
diligence.
It's called, your PMCS checklist. So when I would go to inspect this shell, because that's all it was, there's nothing to inspect. You just write off that it doesn't pass inspection and sign it. But everyone else would be having to run back and forth and unload connexes only to reload them up with the same stuff. Screw that. I would be out in the backfield.
Due diligence.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we have discussed military bullshit for the past 23-ish minutes. Let's move on to another topic, guys.
Yes, let's talk about this new X-Defiant game that's coming out that's supposed to be a COD killer.
This new what?
I heard about it.
There's this new game. The beta just closed. I've actually been looking into this. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm excited for this to come out. It's called X-Defiant. It's an indie game that kind of came out, but it's done by the same guys who did Modern Warfare 2 and 3 and the original Black Ops. So Activision got rid of them. Activision got rid of them a long time ago, and they said this is not what Call of Duty's supposed to be. This is the game that we think COD should be today. So It's not a throwback.
No
It's
fucking
not an
way.
adaptation. It is its own game built by guys who really wish that COD wasn't so.
I believe Dr. Disrespect was one of the people who created the game.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Dr. Disrespect has been working on, I believe it was X-Defiant for a long time because he was upset with how COD's been the last few years. Yeah, he's one of the people because Dr. Disrespect also created a couple of the Modern Warfare 3 maps and the Modern Warfare 2 maps. So yeah, this game, I believe that's the one he's working on if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm almost 100% sure that's the one he's been talking about.
What's the basis for the game? Like first person shooter?
It's just,
It's a
Yep,
first-person shooter.
Oh, okay.
Is it still in its alpha mode? It's the same game.
Nope.
It's still
Beta testing just closed because they're right about to release. So like they're
Okay.
coming up on the release date very
is the
very
release date?
soon. I
And
so
is
the
it
beta
like
just,
is it all consoles?
yes, it's gonna
Like
be.
cross-play.
I think Xbox right now is getting priority for it. Although I'm not sure about PC, but I know Xbox was the one that had the open beta, and they only say summer of 2023 as far as the release date. But the beta just closed. They're wrapping it up, doing the final. They're going to be pushing it out within the next 30 days, hopefully.
Holy
Nice.
shit.
Can I pre-order right now?
It's going to be free.
No fucking way.
Xbox Game Pass.
Orgasm.
Yeah, at least that's what I saw that they were going to do is do it free on Game Pass.
X Defiant. Yeah, I see it right here. Yep, closed beta. You can get it in the closed beta right now.
How much is it?
It's free. He just said it was
Oh.
free. It's a Ubisoft game.
Okay.
Yep.
I gotta find it.
Which is going to be interesting because Ubisoft has kind of been like lacking, and everyone,
Their
of course, is
games every
expecting.
year.
Well, I mean, Ubisoft, everyone's kind of like, I wish they went back to their Mass Effect 3 roots, but they
Yeah.
really
Why
haven't.
are they mass bombing the reviews? It's got 3 stars, but when you go look at all the reviews, they're all 5 stars with like great ratings, like paragraphs of how this is the next big FPS. I love this game. But if you
It's
go
probably
look at
some.
the
It's probably some AI person
Yeah.
tries.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
like
They're-
bombing the views, because if you look at all the ratings on it, they're all 5 stars with like exceptional like
It could be
feedback.
Yeah, so-
They could be doing priority ratings. Like if they're good ratings, it's gonna go higher.
Well, another thing is Activision has been actively trying to fight this game from getting any attention. One of the things that they actually did was they opened up lobbies on Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2.
Yep, I saw that.
And
They did.
yeah, Modern Warfare 3, they actually reopened lobbies, but the problem is they didn't do anything as far as maintenance on the lobbies. So if you join Black Ops 2 and you hit find lobby, what you're going to do is get shucked into a lobby with like an obvious hacker.
All hackers.
And
all
if
hackers.
you
I know how to do
leave,
it. It's easy.
if you
All
leave,
you do is
you
watch a
get
fucking
penalized, and
video.
if you stay, your KD's like 0.07.
Right.
So it's just not fun to play.
So literally what they do, just so you know, because all you have to do in Black Ops 2 is watch a goddamn COD TV video to get those hacks. And literally all they do is pull up a mod menu and click jump to kill. And whenever they jump, someone on the other team dies. So they just keep jumping and it's like a headshot. It's fucking stupid.
I swear. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie though. When they reopened up those servers, I have been getting on them zombies maps.
Hey, same. I've been on Black
Yeah.
Ops. I heard it was Xbox only though that they reopened the BO2.
Yeah, it is Xbox only. They reopened. So Activision or Xbox is like Microsoft has been acquiring all of these big video game companies by and large. I mean, they are buying off all of them because they're sick of coming in second rate to PlayStation. So instead of doing hardware, they're just going to like buy as much video game companies as they can and then start cranking out exclusive Xbox games.
Didn't PlayStation buy Rockstar in response to all this?
Yes. Although I'm surprised Microsoft hasn't gotten hit with an antitrust lawsuit at this point because they're buying them under the umbrella of Microsoft, but they're for the Xbox company.
Yeah,
Right.
that's I think PlayStation is just waiting for shit to happen.
I mean, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. What the fuck's
They
gonna
both are. They both are.
Like-
I think it all started when they started buying Bethesda and who was that? Not Blizzard, but they bought Obsidian. They bought Obsidian, which makes a bunch of free roam games just like Bethesda.
How much do you
Xbox.
think they bought? But how much did they buy Bethesda for? Was it like a half a McChicken and a wet napkin or something like that?
Dude, they probably
No,
bought
I
it for
wanna
some
say like
stupid amount of money.
a 12-pack of
Stupid
Bud
amount.
Light, bro. Just probably like a 12-pack of Bud Light. Being honest here.
You
Like,
understand
even their
how
fault-
big of a W that is for Microsoft, but it's not a W for Bethesda. They're gonna lose so much money not selling their games on PlayStation. I feel
Yeah, that's really true. But I
there were
mean,
so many Skyrim players on PlayStation. So
after
many.
that last Fallout, it's like really that's what you're gonna put out. Like that's what you give the world.
Oh, the Fallouts have been doo-doo butter over the last like I'd say, since I was in high school. They've been doo-doo.
I
buddy.
agree.
I'll say
I remember
it's like,
there was a hype to Fallout, the most recent Fallout that came out.
I'm
Mm.
good on that multiplayer one, but number 4 was decent. Like some of the DLC was good.
Hey, Bobby,
Yeah.
what are you gonna say? Well, let Bobby's trying to say
it's
something.
just like it's like with the Fallouts, it's like they were doing decent up until 76 dropped, and they just fucked
Yep.
it up really bad.
Mm-hmm.
4 was a good game, but it wasn't a good Fallout because they just they didn't have the Enclave in it. The Enclave is one of the best villains Fallout's ever had. They decided to just take them out completely. And then the whole situation with the synths, I just thought was stupid.
I honestly thought for Fallout 4, the DLC was the best part about the game. All the DLC.
So
And
did
the
you
fact
see
you
that?
could mod it like Skyrim? There were mods.
Yeah, there's teasers there's teasers out for a new Fallout right now, and the biggest thing about this trailer for this new Fallout game is they're bringing back New Vegas style shooting.
Fuck yeah.
Yep, like that's what they're going
New
for.
Vegas is
Like
my
their main
favorite
thing.
Fallout.
Yep, is they're going New Vegas style shootouts where you can dual wield and stuff.
Yeah, New Vegas is definitely my favorite Fallout.
Not mad about
So,
that.
word on the street is that they're remaking Oblivion. For
I know
new
there's been
gen
mod projects
and
for it, but I don't think
PC.
I'm gonna look this up now.
I do know they were doing the Sky Oblivion shit for PC too. Which has that come out yet? Is that out?
No,
I
I
have
don't.
no
You
idea.
just play Skyrim and Oblivion together.
No clue.
No, but I know there is a mod
Beyond
called
Cyrodiil, that's what it was
Tele2
called.
Wasteland that lets you combine Fallout 3 and New Vegas into one game, and that's the only way I will play Fallout 3 or New Vegas is if they're combined.
Fallout 3 is my favorite.
I love how in Fallout 3 you can literally just like in the first like 5 missions you can literally blow a nuke up in its city.
Yeah, I know, but if
That
you
was the
Literally
first
give you
thing
the
I
power of
did.
God in like the first 5 missions.
Yeah, that was the first thing I did. I remember and I remember going back to school and telling everyone like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I blew up." And they were just like, "Why would you do that?" And I'm like, "Why wouldn't you blow up a nuke if you could?" Like imagine
Yeah,
just
why wouldn't
if the
you?
opportunity presents itself to you at any point, do you want to drop a nuke and watch it? The answer's gonna be yes. I'll deal with the repercussions later.
I mean,
I want to see that big mushroom.
I think you had to like hack it and then you had to get out of town. But if you fucked up, it exploded on the spot.
Well, you had to go to, what was it, Tenpenny Tower, and there you would set it off usually, and you could watch it from the tower.
Couldn't you shoot it too?
That was with the, what was it, the mini nuke launcher?
No, that's the Fat Boy or some
Oh
shit.
no, you could launch it. That's right, you could. I think you could shoot it if you were next to it and you shot it. It would also explode and kill you.
And
Yeah.
then in Fallout 4 you could upgrade the nuke. There was something you could do. You could make a big fat boy. It was like an extra big fat boy. Maybe could it shoot 2 of them? Was it like one that could shoot
I think it was the semi.
experimental MERV, and it shot like I think 6.
Hold up.
Yeah, it was a.
Ah,
It turned it into a semi-automatic that had like 6 that you could shoot.
that's overkill.
It was basically a fat man's shotgun. Is all it was.
Here,
Yeah.
really quick, guys, hold up. Who remembers if you were at the very end of the game, if you were like a kind of a dick the entire game, or you were a straight up asshole, or maybe you did like a few bad things, at the very end of the game, you had to go into this nuclear filled fucking bunker to do something, and you would die if you did it. But if you had the super mutant with you, and if you were a goody two shoes, the super mutant would help you. But if you weren't, the super mutant would basically say like, "This is your battle. Get fucked."
Well, it was you're combining 2 quests together because
Oh, am I?
initially it's like, okay, you're going to the vault like 80 something to retrieve the Gek, and then Fox will grab the Gek for you instead of you going in there to get it. Now, before the DLC came out, Broken Steel, during the last part of Project Purity, you usually had to go in and like reset the reactor that was powering the water purifier, and then and that would like basically kill you. But with broken steel, it's like you can send Fox in, you can go in, or you can send in that one ghoul companion, and then that fixes it.
Damn, I feel
Thank
old.
God we got a Fallout expert, man. Thank
I-
God we got a Fallout expert in the group.
I feel old, man. I've literally forgotten a large amount of the story of this game. Holy Christ.
Speaking of new games that are coming out, what are your guys' expectations for this new Mass Effect that is teased to come out?
I don't play Mass Effect, sadly.
Yeah, I've
No,
never played any of them.
Not tracking.
None of you have played Mass Effect. Oh my gosh, y'all are really missing out.
I mean,
Easily the best sci-fi trilogy ever in gaming.
hey, Scotty, I bet someone said you were missing out when you didn't join the Marine Corps, but I bet you're happy you didn't.
Yeah, my dad told me that, and my brother.
Exactly. So I don't think you're. I don't know. I don't think we're missing out, buddy.
Oh no, it's fantastic.
What's the
The Mass Effect series.
what's the concept? Just give me a concept.
It's a butterfly. It's a butterfly effect. You make choices and an effect
Yeah,
in the game. I've watched
so-
gameplay on it.
Yeah, so there was it was Mass Effect, and what was the other one? Was it? It wasn't
heard 3
Bloodborne.
and 2
It
were
was
the
Dragon
best. Is that
Age.
true?
That's right. So you had Mass Effect and Dragon Age. They were pretty much the same game, except one was kind of a Skyrim and the other one was sci-fi. Now, Mass Effect takes place in this whole sci-fi universe where like the entire galaxy is pretty much explored and known, and you know there's all this cool technology and stuff like that, and you basically get zapped with this weird alien artifact and you start to see things, and things just kind of snowball from there into you being this protagonist hero. But the cool part about these games was it was extremely developed. All of the different alien species weren't just alien species, they all had these intense backstories, and there was all these side missions you could do, and there were these politics that you actually had to play as you were going through the game. You would have to talk with people and side on different issues or choose to stay neutral, and everything affected how different things went in the game. Everything affected everything else. It was, you could play this game a dozen times, and every single time it could be completely different for you.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, it was honestly really good. It was a light version of what I is like Watchdog Legion. If you guys ever played that,
Cyril needs something simplistic like Pong. If it's more than 3 buttons, he can't.
Yeah,
do it.
yeah, exactly. No, I can't do it.
I just fucking with you, pal.
I mean, like I said, Scotty's probably not tracking, dude. I got back home. I'm back. I'm back home. So like, but looking for a house right now, the VA is kind of fucking with me. So I have to wait. So I don't got the best Wi-Fi in the world for gaming, because you know we all know Blitz sucks at Hunt, so he needs me there to help
Oh yeah. Yep.
him.
I'm mad that I bought Hunt at full price, and like a week later, it went on sale for like $14.
I did the same
I'll play
thing.
with you, Scotty. Shit.
Jesus Christ. Fucking Panda, you've been real quiet. What's up? Everything okay?
Oh shit, my fucking bad. Actually, I thought I was talking, but my mic was muted. God damn it!
Yeah,
I've
this
been
entire.
talking this whole time.
Dude's been watching porn the whole time.
Hey, nothing
No,
wrong
but
with that.
What's that one? What's that one? Light Call of Duty game called?
X
That we were
Defiant.
talking about? X Defiant.
Yeah, X Defiant.
No clue. All right, I need a story from somebody that is not military.
Well,
Hey,
y'all want to hear about how I had to tell a dude to? Oh, never mind. Oh, yeah, that's not safe for work.
That's a
Oh.
weird part. So that could have gone multiple. That could have gone gay. That could have gone violent. Like we
No,
don't
it
know where
has
that
to
was
do with my
going.
security. It's my security job.
yeah, Panda, you normally got something.
I can tell a
The
pretty
way
interesting
you
story
should not
about
have
like
stopped in that.
like at times I've served as an EMT.
Yeah, let's hear some of that.
He has
That-
good stories. Listen to these.
That, or I want to hear the stories about how gay guys keep hitting on Blitz. Those ones are hilarious.
Want to hear an interesting motorcycle accident story
Yeah, let's
or
hear
a
it.
gunshot story?
Let's hear the motorcycle accident.
Okay, so this occurred like out of the exit of an interstate, right? Like he was coming out down on an interstate, and we respond there, and we're trying to figure out where we can't find this motorcycle. And all of a sudden, we see this guy just laying down on the field, no motorcycle in sight. But he has a helmet on, so he's definitely the biker. And we go up next to him, and he has both motorcycle handlebars stabbed into his shoulders,
What kind of bike was this?
and it was like a chopper.
Oh, okay.
And there's not a bike in sight. And then we're trying to help this patient, and the fire department is trying to find this bike. It is like it was like a length of a football field away from him. And this guy was just talking and moving around, and it looked like this guy got flung from 100 yards away in the middle of nowhere, and he's like so disoriented. I bet you he had some fucking major internal bleeding. We were trying to figure out like how he got there.
You ever have someone hit you while you're trying to help them?
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of excited delirium?
Dude, yep, I have never been so. It's just like I'm trying to, son of a bitch.
Have you ever heard of excited delirium?
Yes.
I had to deal with that so many times. I remember this is the time where I worked as a volunteer fireman at the time. So I was like fresh out of EMT school. And pretty much I got a call for a guy that was like trying to attempt suicide. And then like we get there, and we ask him like how many. He was like he was taking pills, and like the pill bottle size is like the half of a Coke can,
Jesus
like a
Christ.
Coke can, the size of a Coke can, and it's like all gone. And we asked him like how many pills have you taken? He goes, all of it. So we can't really, and there's not like a certain number that's on the pill bottle. So we really just had to assume that motherfucker took the entire size of that pill bottle, probably. And
This
then all of a sudden he starts seizing in our ambulance while we're on our way to the hospital, and he's like foaming in the mouth, and then he just stops, and then he just keeps on repeating himself that I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, and then you see his eyes. For people with excited delirium, you can see crazy like psycho shit in their eyes. It's all in the eyes.
the fuck.
And and
Yes, because
basically he goes, I'm gonna
they go
die.
animalistic. They go animalistic. Like all frontal lobe activity shuts off. It's
Yeah,
pretty wild to see.
yeah, and he goes like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, and then he was getting quieter, and he was like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, and then he just says, die, 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 and he just charges at me and my fucking partner. And we're just like, and the police didn't search him, so we're thinking that he may have a knife. And so we had to stop, and there was someone that was in the passenger seat that wasn't like helping because he wasn't like an EMT, and basically we had to fucking restrain him. I held him on I held my knee on his head, and someone straddled his fucking legs until we got there, and we had to restrain him. And we were a BLS truck, so we couldn't do any sedatives.
What's that mean? BLS truck.
Basic life support. So no paramedics. So paramedics can only be the ones that actually administer like IV drugs, IV medications, needle medications. Like the only thing that EMTs can really administer through medication is epinephrine, and that's it.
Gotcha. Didn't know that.
And Narcan, but Narcan goes through the nasal. So
Ah.
yeah,
And those people punch you in the face too when they wake up.
yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. When you see
It sounds like
when you wake
everybody
someone up
punches
from
you in the
Narcan,
face. It sounds like everybody punches you
Well,
in
I
the
mean,
face.
like Narcan. So here's the thing: like I myself have never Narcaned anyone, and that's because I've seen what happens when you Narcan someone, and I always go to the
it's not
opposite end
fun.
of the room. Anytime someone needs to get Narcan, like if there's anyone like clearly, like if I was the only one who knew what I was doing, of course I'd do it. But there's always someone else there who's like always wanted to, oh, I know how to, and I'm like, you do that, and I just walk away because I know what happens as soon as they come back and they come back swinging, and they hate you like
They're like,
immediately.
bro, I was
You were the
so high. Like, oh fuck you. You were dead.
it's like I don't want to be anywhere near that, man.
Jesus Christ.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
No, I've dealt with the worst of the worst. Like just I haven't had like a crazy like violent call where I thought my life was in danger. Thank the fucking God. But I've had some crazy calls.
Yeah.
Bobby, you
Like I
got
said,
it.
I had to tell a dude to stop masturbating in broad daylight in downtown Nashville.
Hey,
I
you
don't
gotta do
even
what you
hear
gotta do
about
sometime.
that's just why.
It's just I don't know why. You can ask me. I don't know why. I don't. Okay. If you guys know who Lainey Wilson is, she was performing at our venue, and like it
Yeah, I
was
know
the
who she
other.
is.
So yeah, my name is Scotty. The other guard's name was Scott. So Scott comes over the radio and he's like, "Hey, Scotty, can you come here real quick?" So I go to the front, and Lainey Wilson's about ready to finish her set and walk around the front, and there's this homeless dude just right outside the front door. This is like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, downtown Nashville. So it's busy. It's like on a Saturday. It's CMA Fest, and he's just masturbating. Goes dick out. There's a cop standing like not 12 feet away. She is like turned around and she was staring at the stoplight. Like she was just like, I'm not dealing with this, and staring at the stoplight. So I go out there because
Honestly,
I'm
what
like,
would you do at that point if some
well,
guy
I
just
mean,
starts whipping his dick out and starts
yeah.
masturbating?
Well, I mean,
What if you're a
if you're gonna
cop
do that,
though?
don't do it on the building that I have to protect. That looks bad on me. So I go outside, and the dude like puts his dick away. Like I'm like, okay, so now you want to be shy, and like I'm serious. He
And
put it away as soon as I walked out the door. The dude put his dick away. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, okay, so now you want to be shy? Like, you weren't shy 10 seconds ago with people crossing the street next to you, but now that I'm out here, he walks around the corner, goes right to the next door, and pulls it out again. But he looks back at me and gives me this look like I'm the one with the problem.
what?
Like I'm the
Like
and I'm
fuck you, man. I just want to
yeah,
whip my
like
dick out, man.
yeah, I'm just like, and he's just like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
God
"I'm
damn.
following you, dude. Like, you're just jacking off on my building. What do you mean? What are you doing? I'm making sure you leave. Like,
Bro, you're bothering my peace, man.
what are you doing, dude? Make sure you
wait,
fucking
wait,
leave. You're
wait.
masturbating next to me."
Scotty, you know what I think the issue is, man? I think he was shy because maybe he had a thing for you. Showed up and you said he walked away, like he stopped. He was like, hey,
Come on,
he
man.
just wanted the
No,
thought
it
of you
was
in his
just
head. He didn't want to see you. Probably made him shy.
it's just downtown Nashville. That's all it is. Just
Bro,
downtown. That's what happens. Come to
I
Nashville.
can't
This is
whip
what
my
we
dick
got,
out anywhere, bro.
I'm good. There's a lot of places I actually that's a lie. I don't like traveling. I'm done with traveling.
dude. My favorite part of the whole thing, though, was there was a female cop who was literally right there, and as soon as he pulled his dick out, she turned around and looked up at the stoplight, and her eyes, the entire time I'm telling the story, this whole time, that woman cop was staring at the exact same red light. She didn't take her fucking eyes off of it.
Do you blame her?
I
I
don't blame
mean,
her.
the Metro's finest, like, you guys are supposed to take care of the crazy homeless people because you're the ones out here, not the armed security guard that's doing shit for, like, the venue. I'm not supposed to be out on the street telling a dude to stop masturbating. That was not in the job description when they said armed security guard.
But
Hey,
did
sometimes
but did you?
Yeah, they didn't even give me a bonus either. I kind of feel gypped. I think there should be a bonus for that. I
Every
think
everyone
Listen,
you
if I
tell
ever
to stop.
unionize armed security guards, I will put a clause in there that any time you have to intervene with an active masturbator, you get like a $50 bonus for that day.
Anytime you
I
have to
think that's
anytime you have to intervene with somebody who is in the process of self pleasure in a public place.
yes. Anywhere, if you are working as an armed security guard in the state of Tennessee, if you have to intervene with someone actively pleasuring themselves, you get $50 immediately for that interaction.
Now,
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need a lawyer to start drafting this.
So that already sounded kind of weird. It's like, what if they join in with the self pleasure?
Well, I mean, that's I don't think you can do that as a security guard. I'm pretty sure that's how you get fired.
I mean, you're not supposed to be self pleasuring
if I
yourself in
walked
the
out on that
streets.
street and pulled out my dick with the homeless dude, I don't think that my company would have really appreciated that. You know,
Jesus.
if I whipped out the the 2-pump chump,
The
the
sewing
old tail
needle.
rotor,
The
the sewing needle. It is a number 10. It is a number 10 sewing needle. It's not like a needle. It is a number 10, but needle nonetheless. All right. It's kind of like being the best player on the losing team.
Jesus Christ. All right. I mean, that's good.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm cool with the chill life for a while.
My first week out of the army, I think I smoked weed and played video games. That was a roller coaster you took me on there for a minute.
All I know is my first week was just me driving cross country.
Well, I'm about to move again, so
My revolver.
like for almost a year, I've been driving 2 hours, like in my work commute. So I drive an hour to work and then an hour back home every day. And then tomorrow, that commute's going to be cut down to 8 minutes because I'm moving right next to where I'm working.
Fuck yeah.
I think my
So I'll
work
be
commute
saving.
is 8 to 11 minutes.
Yeah, I work home like 3 weeks out of the month, but my work is like also an hour away.
What do you do? I actually have no clue what you do.
I work at State Farm.
Oh, that's why my insurance premiums fucking suck.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you just.
I'm still waiting back on this call from this job in Abu Dhabi. I'm really hoping this goes through.
Abu Dhabi for what?
Aircraft maintenance.
I work at a small like little mechanic shop. It pays decent. I think my favorite part is that the owner is not a dick. Like it was I thought I messed something up on a vehicle. I don't know if I did or didn't. I'm not gonna say I did, obviously, because you never want to admit. But like it was such a weird thing. Like I thought I fucked something up, and I told him, and the entire time in the back of my head, like, all right, well, I'm either getting fired or I'm gonna get blasted. And he's like, no worries, yeah, we'll just go take a look at it. And he's like, okay, yeah, it looks like it was just worn and it broke. I'll order a replacement part. And it's just a weird concept, like. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Scotty? You're when you're in the military, you're just waiting to get blasted after you break something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's always like, you're the reason why the unit doesn't have a good OR rate, operational readiness or something like that. But it's like you just broke one thing. It's like, dude, it was already in the trash. Like stop blaming me because of your failure to manage your equipment.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I've
Yeah.
had that before, and
If
I've
you
also
say
worked
that
for
shit
people.
straight up to them, if you say that shit, what happens? They just
Oh, immediately you're getting the book
You're
thrown
getting
at you. You're getting the book thrown at you.
push-ups.
Hold up, no, it's
Yeah,
not.
no, not just
It's no, it's not getting thrown at you. They're gonna beat you with it. Okay. The fuck?
yeah, no. I had a guy that was in charge of me, who I actually used to be. He was a crew, or he tried to be a crew chief when he first came into the army. I was the one who was trying to evaluate him, and he was terrible at his job. Later in life, he ended up in charge of me at like a barracks program, and I'll never forget. He's like over my shoulder as I'm trying to type out these facility maintenance reports because I was the only licensed facility manager in the entire group. And he's telling me like I need to give him all of my appointment slips and I need to tell him where I'm at all times. And I was like, motherfucker, you want to hold my dick while I take a piss too? He cried, went and called the first sergeant, and I got demoted.
Yeah, in the Marine Corps, it's a lot harder to get
Wow.
demoted.
Yeah, no, my command team just hated me, and I mean that's just how it goes. That's why anytime someone's like, "Oh my gosh, I want to join the military," just don't, just don't.
I mean,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I mean, the most aggravating thing is the people that the biggest suck ups are the ones that that will fuck you over the fastest. Like,
Well,
I
and
don't.
it's like as long as you like do nothing and always try to do the best to like get a good like evaluation report. That's all anyone really cares about is their evaluation report,
Yeah, but
which really
even if it's a
sucks because
lie,
you'll
but that's what I hate.
yeah even if it's a complete lie, like people will sit in an office all year and then they will write their own evaluation report and they'll put in like some bull crap positive thing about themselves and the person above them will sign it off.
Yeah, no, I couldn't stand that shit. That's God no. Okay, yeah, we got a bit more time before we have to end anything up. Anybody got like a funny story, something they want to tell? Fucking, we haven't heard much from you, Blitz, other than you've been playing games in the background.
Um,
Can't hear you, buddy.
I'm just chilling, listening to you guys right now. No funny stories here.
No, no funny stories. All right.
Boo.
Yeah, big boo. Well, that was the end of our first official episode. Thank you for tuning in. If it seemed a little dry, please let us know if you guys have any ideas for any topics you want us to discuss. Drop it down in the comment section below. Please share with your friends. All support is welcome. And for everybody who tuned in, thank you for tuning in. And for all of my co-hosts, thank you for being a part of this. I wish you all the best. Have a good day.